called you last night. You didn't recognize my voice. I sit there lonely. I wondered who you thought I was. We could have built that house in Maine, but palm trees and chaos called your name. There's no one else but me to blame. I wonder how you changed my life.
Alright, Deep South's oldest rivalry about to get underway. Auburn, Georgia. Let's drop that. There I am. What's going on, folks? Let me put something in the chat. Jordan Hare Stadium, Auburn, Alabama. I was just there on Wednesday. Sean McDonough and Greg McElroy leading the broadcast on this one. So, of course, interesting. Lots of talk if this would be, well, not really, but some talk if this would be game of the week. Obviously, no. A lot of people's game of the week just wrapped up in Indiana and Oregon. That was a convincing Indiana victory. 30-20 was probably a good score for how that game turned out, but it really, I mean, Oregon really never felt like they had a chance. Some other of the final scores you can see on your screen. Starts with Miami, Ohio. Who cares? Ohio State, that is a big win, although Illinois has been everywhere. Of course, Illinois, another team falling to the curse that Oregon fell to. Florida State dropping one. They'll obviously be out of the top 25, which is where they should have been after last week. Well off. UCLA starting this bounce back, and now they look like a bowl team, obviously. Navy just ended. They went for two. Let's actually refresh this page because that'll show it. Navy undefeated still after going for two, after getting that, what could have been a tying touchdown, of course, with the extra point. So that was a big deal. Obviously, not a lot of love to the military schools, at least anymore, but that was a very interesting one. Other night games going on, Iowa, Wisconsin. That's probably one of the biggest. Of course, everyone has a lot of eyes on Florida, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Arkansas still wrapping up, but that one now kind of looks a bit more in hand. I just realized my lighting looks really horrible. I am bright, to say the least, on my left side.
What is it that makes an SUV extraordinary?
See if we can fix that.
What are you doing?
Is it the capability?
Well, that's a bit too much of a fix.
How practical.
Or is it about how many lovable pets it holds comfortable?
Maybe a little darker, and then,
Oh, now what?
Is it being stylish?
Wow.
Sexy enough? Hey, aren't you? No. Yes. No. What if it's
no matter what, I'm too bright is what we're realizing. Look at that. Now I'm blown out. But it is what it is. So, got UGA gear on for the game. We've kind of gone through the ABC spiel at the start of the coldest rivalry, so now we're waiting on ads. Texas A&M just taking the lead against Florida. It really is kind of a crappy night slate this week. There's not much to look forward to. I think Texas Tech is going to dismantle Kansas. I think Texas Tech at this point has to be argued as a top 5 team in the nation. Clemson, Boston College could be good, but at this point it's like, who cares? At least if you're only looking at a playoff picture, if you're not a team or a fan of either of those teams, it's kind of who cares. Michigan, USC is fun, but again, I really don't think either of those teams, even if USC goes on this big roll, I don't think either of those teams really find their way into the playoffs. And if they do, I think it kind of gets jotted down as an easy first-round exit. LSU, South Carolina might be the only game super interested in, but again, this whole slate, I mean, you look at this week 3 weeks ago, and you're like, oh, this is going to be an exciting week 7, and then all of a sudden it's like the most interesting game might be Georgia-Auburn, just because at Jordan-Hare something wild happens once a year. Of course, you know, Georgia fans understand that. We won't go into that too much, but that's the night slate on deck. Rice UTSA just started, which of course Texas matchup I guess is a little fun. Both teams fighting for bowl eligibility. I guess you can't forget Arizona State, Utah getting the late West Coast start. I don't really ever include those in my night slate discussions, but that'll be fun. Again, I don't think either of those teams really make a push. Arizona State, obviously, has the better chance to make a push for a playoff run, but I don't see that being likely. Utah has looked really good at points in the season, and obviously they're going to be favored, but I still think Arizona State has a better chance to make the run. But I do think Utah is an underrated team. They could definitely sneak in. But all right, we're listening to Booger McFarland break down some other games, as of course no game can ever start on time due to corporate greed.
You know, we talked a lot about the pass protection, but we know anytime that Georgia plays, Kirby wants to start with the run game. I'm going to give you a name to remember. Number 33, Chauncey Bowles. He's kind of stepped up as their best running back. They're going to run the football. He's going to tote the football often. So pay attention how many times he carries the football.
So that's the night slate. Still, of course, I'll throw on some audio of the game when it starts, but
How does Auburn win tonight? I think if you're Auburn, you need a couple turnovers and you need 3 or 4 explosive.
probably no video because I do want this channel to stay alive for a good bit of time. I'm gonna go make sure my audio's good since I'm running a one-man stream. Let me go just check that real quick. Look at that, we've nailed it. I'm going to turn the game volume down a little bit on my end. Jordan-Hare has such an interesting layout as a stadium because you could convince me if I gave like a quick glance that it's Sanford. Like Sanford and Jordan-Hare Stadium are very similar in the way they're laid out, and of course they both have hedges. Jordan-Hare's, the branding isn't really there for their hedges, but it's been interesting. Auburn on the up and up, of course. You know, and as stated before, weird things always happen in Auburn. So I drove by Auburn and Jordan-Hare on Wednesday. It was a little nice trip. Georgia 4-1, looking to bounce back. I mean, they get the win over Kentucky, but looking to bounce back still against that Alabama loss. And it is always a bounce back, or keep going strong for Georgia, because they really do play up and down to competition. I mean, they're never gonna be a guarantee to beat the spread. So I think Georgia right now in the season is 0-6 against the spread. So it has not been a good season for them in terms of that. So that's how you never really know the Georgia team you're seeing until they play tough competition. I'm not saying that Auburn is the toughest competition, but again, Jordan Hare is Jordan Hare. There's some type of curse on that place. I mean, obviously, going back to the kick six, there's something. Teams are strutting out. Auburn, of course, coming out second. Home team has just strutted through their A. #130th edition of this matchup, according to McDonough. Deep South's oldest rivalry. And more corporate greed. We'll take another commercial break. So we still have at least another 5 minutes before kickoff.
Regular menu price, get one large one-topping pizza for free.
No, like free. Yeah, we did do that.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
It always. I was like rushing to get this stream up by 7:30, and I knew I should not have been. I knew there was 100% no way that we were starting on time.
Commissioner, when life insurance falls short, who pays you cash to help with your medical bills? The commissioner has spoken.
I love that talk.
So,
Get help with expenses.
oh, Nick Saban's still here, just doing Aflac commercials. Good for him.
I'm the Modelo recruiter, and I reward full-time fans. Check out this recruit, the ultimate tailgater.
Oh,
Doesn't just show up,
that didn't work.
he shows out. This
Messing
is
around in OBS.
Modelo.
I have some, Grandma?
Can I have your youth?
Sure.
Commit to the Skittles. Keep eating. You live here now.
Best day ever.
Commit to the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Citizens of the lawn are ready for fall.
You know, the lawn's the place to be there in fall.
I'm surprised LSU is... Well, I'm more surprised the LSU South Carolina game. I guess since this game is 15 minutes late according to scheduled start time, we'll look at some lines. I'm surprised LSU South Carolina's over-under is just 44.5. Hi, honey. I didn't even think about BYU Arizona. Maybe I'm a casual, but this night slate is just not. It's not doing it. Michigan USC is kicked off. USC starting with the ball, or at least have the ball 5 minutes in. All the other 7:30 games are a drive into the game at the very least. And we're still waiting to start. Kirby Smart getting interviewed as per usual. 10 or less word answers. I think I might be crazy because Purdue, Minnesota feels like one of the more interesting matchups. Alright, Deep South's oldest rivalry about to get underway finally. This Start on time, never. That will never happen.
In that opener at Baylor, no chance to bring that one back. So here's
I guess I do have to turn up the audio just so I can get on screen.
Completions. The problem has been the sacks. He's been sacked 20 times in 5 games. As a team, they've given up 21. And that started the weekend leading the country in most sacks allowed.
And he's got to do a better job of being more decisive. That was a big point of
They
emphasis
start
throughout the
immediately
bye week,
with
getting rid
the
of football
Jackson
quickly
Arnold
and
as the most
accurately when
sacked
those guys
QB in the
uncover.
nation, but it's the
Jeremiah
same as
Cobb,
the
running
Caleb
back.
Williams treatment. A lot of it is his fault. Good jet sweep to start the game for Auburn. It's a 15-yard chunk.
And a nifty play to start the game. 15 yards. Kyron Jones knocked him out, and they'll go quickly with tempo. Another thing.
And
Hugh Freeze said
as Auburn
they might go to
likes
more
to do
often
at the
tonight.
start of the
They are
game,
gonna
they're going with
simplify
tempo.
their
But that's
offensive
kind of
plan.
every
They've
team
scaled back a
against
little bit
Georgia.
with
That's
the
how
passing
every team
concepts
should
they're
start the
carrying
game
and the amount
in
of
the
run
college
plays they'll carry
football
as well. They
spaces
wanna
with
do
tempo.
less
You should
better,
have
and they feel like
15
tempo can
plays
help with that
on
as
your
well.
call sheet. That was the big thing in the Georgia-Tennessee game. Is I was at home. Actually, I don't know. Who cares where I was? But it was. I kind of knew Tennessee was going to come out and score 2 touchdowns. That's just how they operate. They do so well with the tempo, with the scripted plays to start the game. Everything was going to come back to second, third, fourth quarters, and that's when Georgia started to pick it up, especially the second half. Georgia, all they had to do was stay close in the first half. That's what they did, and eventually walked away with the victory, albeit a very close one. It's kind of the same case here with Auburn. Is you know they're going to get their come up to start the game. Swarming tackle here. It'll be a 3rd and short.
Got to the 48-yard line. 4 more. And here is the 3rd down and short. They were 0 for 13 on 3rd down last week at Texas A&M, and including the game at Oklahoma.
Auburn's 3rd down defense, as I'm sure you're hearing,
awful, just under 11%.
And most of the time it's because they've been in 3rd and long, so these 3rd and shorts have been few and far between.
Yeah, the average in those 2 games to go is 11.2.
Ooh, nice play. More play action. RPO probably as it goes down. Arnold, I think, could have given that up.
The safety, Kyron Jones. 7
Kyron
yards
Jones has to come all the way up from
They handed it off
shell to
inside
make
several
that
times
tackle.
on short yardage
7-yard
earlier in
gain.
the season. This time a bit of a tendency breaker out of the bye. You fake the inside run, buzz the tight end of the flat for the conversion.
Frazier, a tight end, a 6th-year senior from McKinney, Texas. Had a career-high 5 catches last week in the loss at A&M. Play-action pass. Cam Coleman
Little curl on the sideline. Coleman gets his first catch.
Made the catch. Very near another 1st down.
Got the breast cancer awareness gear on. Always looks good. Although, he probably has the worst version of it. And is this a quick timeout? Oh, it's a quick review. That has to be called up from the studio.
The replay booth, and Hugh Freeze, understandably frustrated. They have a little rhythm going on offense.
And right there, he did not catch it.
Does he ever see the nose of that ball touch the ground?
There, you're going to hear the broadcast say, did the ball touch the ground? It doesn't matter. He was bobbling it on the way down.
Looks
like
so
he never had possession.
The tip of the ball hits the ground without him having control of it. It was Dalen Everett.
Doesn't matter if he has control, he's out of bounds by the time. Doesn't matter if the ball hits the ground, he doesn't have control by the time he's hitting
survive the ground as well. So the nose of the football touches, that's likely going to be incomplete.
I think it's an incomplete pass. Let's bring in our expert, long time on the field, SEC referee. Good evening, Matt Austin. What do you think?
2.5.
Hey, Sean, I agree with both of you. I definitely think the ball, nose of the ball touches the ground. He does not appear to have firm control, so I would expect this to be overturned to incomplete.
All right, Matt, thank you. Hugh Freeze.
Matt, not a lot to say there.
Says we're so close. And we were at Oklahoma. There were a couple of plays, you take away all the sacks, even with the sacks, if they had completed a couple of deep balls down the field to Cam Coleman when he was open, and Jackson Arnold didn't put enough air under it, They easily could have won that game. The league apologized to them for allowing the hideout play that Oklahoma ran for a touchdown that's supposed to be illegal. They are close, but close doesn't get it done, especially when you're on the hot seat as he seems to be.
Yeah, not in this league. I mean, close doesn't count. It's just every single game in the SEC right now seems like it comes down to the wire. So those pivotal moments, you can't leave big plays on the field. And
while I'm here,
Hugh
I might
Freeze
as
loves
well
his team.
learn more
I mean, he
about
really likes his personnel. He thinks they've improved in every possible way. Now it's about learning how to finish. And that's where they're trying to take that next step.
Looked pretty clearly an incomplete pass. It's taking an awful long time for Kevin Holmes in the replay booth. Hugh Freeze is the play caller. Here comes the verdict from Ken Williamson.
Maybe we want a high. The call was overturned. A higher ratio.
Hugh Freeze said they took advantage of the bye week to do a lot of self-scouting, and it's an RPO offense. One of the things that they took a look at is what is Jackson Arnold comfortable with? What has he done best in the throwing game? We're going to do a lot more of that, and we're probably going to get rid of the stuff he hasn't done very well. What does he do?
Now, well, he does a really good job running the football. We know that. He's great in scramble situations, but on some of the downfield throws, some of the slower progressing reads, he doesn't read those quite quickly enough. So expect ball coming out a little faster with some quick game and short passes.
They also want him to throw the ball deep, get rid of the ball. When it's one-on-one coverage, they think their wide receivers are going to win those battles. Malcolm Simmons the catch for a 2-yard gain. They line him up in the backfield and then sent him out. So it's third down, the incomplete pass, and the stoppage seems to have stopped a little momentum here for Auburn and certainly diminished the crowd noise. Already better, already more third down conversions than last week.
Probably 4-down territory here, knowing that Alex McPherson's distance from the field goal is not great.
3rd and 8.
Over the middle.
Here over the middle. Bad tackle. Auburn picks up the first down. Hey,
made the tackle. They got 11. They have another third down conversion. That 0 for 13 on third down last week was the first time they went 0 for in a game on third down since 2006. And 0 for 7 against Georgia. Short pass, and Singleton goes out of bounds at the 29, shoved out by Dalen Everett.
Good job by Dalen
You look at that play right there, it's going to go down as passing yards, but that's essentially a run play. It's basically triple option. Jackson was reading the end man line of scrimmage. If he stays tight, he pulls it and throws it to what would be his pitch man in the veer.
Well,
this is a recurring theme for the Georgia defense. Opposing quarterbacks
again, he knew Auburn was
come out firing and successfully so.
And you just hope
Tennessee,
he can force a field goal.
Alabama, even Kentucky last week had success.
And bounce outside. That'll be about as close to a first down as you can get.
He's out of bounds, a yard shy of the first down against Glenn Schumann's defense. He's the defensive coordinator, 35 years old, with a lot of input, obviously, from Kirby Smart. There are the numbers we're talking about. Joey Aguilar, Tennessee, hit his first 14 passes. They went up and down the field early. Alabama converted its first 8 third downs in its win 2 weeks ago between the hedges. Third and 1. All of a sudden they can't be stopped on third down.
Now Auburn picks up a second third down in a row.
And as Hugh Freeze says, it's a big difference when it's third and short
considering it's all one drive.
All the time.
Especially with how they run the football. I mean, they have 2 backs right now with Cobb and Alston.
Of course, USC up. Texas Tech, as I said, I thought would thrash Kansas. Are up 7-0 and have the ball back.
Far more physical than they've been the last couple years.
And unlike Georgia, they've had the same 5 start every game. One of the most experienced offensive lines in the country.
Audible here, 5 seconds left, and that better be an Auburn
called by Hugh Freeze,
and it is Hugh Freeze with the timeout.
They had to use the timeout. But they're on the move. 10 plays, 57 yards.
So that'll take them to their first commercial break, and we don't need to hear commercials because they suck.
The new Monster menu is now at Burger King.
Really?
Rightfully fun for all families. Since
You know, I thought that scoreboard would be a little bit more interactive.
You can't see the nation's
Oh,
fastest
well, it is.
internet
I
and
just...
wireless network, but you rely on it every day.
Hey, there we go. Look at that.
The nearly 2.5 million connected businesses, but they fuel growth.
On the fly.
And you can't see the interconnectivity of 28,000 public safety teams, but they protect us.
You know what? I think we can even...
So while others
If
shout
we drop,
about
you can see
promises they can't
timeouts.
keep,
There you go. Now you can see the timeouts and where they are on the field. Everyone say thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe.
With DoorDash Street, you rack up weekly discounts, so you win every week. But so much winning energy can be a lot. Win every week with DoorDash Streets. Opt in, order every Saturday, build the savings.
Businesses work best when they put people first.
Alrighty.
Dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure your team has the essential products they need, where and when they need them.
What up, man?
To help keep them looking great, feeling confident, and ready to be their best.
This is Charlie's, my new dog's first stream.
Ready for the workday.
Hi, Charlie. You want to come make an appearance? Come up here. Oh, okay. There you go.
The Disney Resorts collection is the most magical place to stay at the most.
The viewership's going way up. Charlie's here.
Magic is up early, giving you extra time in any of the 4
Charlie has arrived.
every day, and welcoming you back with even more magical moments.
I know, you're such a daddy's
Bring in
boy.
the magic and save up to 25% on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels. Why would you stay anywhere else?
Domino's best deal ever is back. Any hand toss, pan, thin crust, or New York
Wow,
style
Texas
pizza
Tech
with
up
any topping for just $9.99
15-0.
Last time you got
Sausage, bacon, chicken, spinach, beef, buffalo.
15-0, less than 7 minutes in.
before it's gone.
Oh my gosh, if I see another one of these 911 commercials, I'm gonna lose it. Why is a firefighter in space, and why is that normal?
Aggressive drive over the game for Auburn with a mix of run and pass. Jackson Arnold thrown it 6 times, completed 5, then run the ball 4 times.
I just realized the chat thing is a little off too.
This season,
Break that down.
11 touchdowns. They came into the weekend one of just 9 teams in the country that has scored points on every red zone possession.
Haha.
That's a big improvement over last year when they were the worst team in the SEC in the red zone. Design run for Jackson Arnold. He's down to the
Run for Jackson Arnold.
spot him down at the 12. Credit Raylan Wilson with the tackle after a 6-yard pickup for the 21-year-old junior from Denton, Texas. First year here at Auburn is a transfer from Oklahoma, where he spent 2 years.
One thing you also always got to be aware of with Auburn, if they get Cam Coleman in the red
Oh,
zone in a one-on-one
don't want to see that.
situation, they're throwing a fade towards him. So you're going to take a shot just to pop.
Alright, chat's a little bit better now. You can see everyone's names. Alright, 2nd and 4. Oh, let me turn the game audio back on. Heh. Jackson Arnold, QB draw. It'll be about a 3rd and half a yard.
Line that you needed to reach for the first down. Xavier McLeod made the tackle. So they've already converted 3 third downs on this drive, as many as Hugh Freeze's team had in the first 2 SEC games at Oklahoma and A&M when they went a combined 3 for 28.
And a consistent theme on 2 of those 3 third down conversions were all third down or 2 or less.
Alright, 3rd and 1. You can sell out a little bit more because now they're in your red zone, so you can put a little bit more in the box. There are 8 men, 9 men in the box. Jackson Arnold, another QB keeper. He is going to fall forward for the first, and it will be a 1st and goal at the 7. 2 QB keepers, 2 QB draws essentially in a row. Okay, so Texas Tech had just scored. That's why they were marked having possession, but it is back to Kansas. Clemson up 3 and in the red zone. USC back with the ball. That would be a major blow to Michigan's hopes. We're reviewing that? Jackson Arnold kind of clearly crossed the first down line, at least at first glance, but we are going to take another look at it. And this has been an interesting start to the game. Yeah, I mean, that is about as clear of a first down as you can get. I don't know why this is being reviewed. And this is the second kind of very early review, even though, of course, the other one got overturned. It's a bit interesting, to say the least.
I don't think it touches the ground. I think it comes close.
I think it does either. It looked like he stayed up, and with it being called on the field as a first down, I would anticipate this being upheld because there's not indisputable video evidence, I think, to overturn it.
This really feels to me.
Sorry, folks, still trying to figure out the audio. What balance sounds good and also does not get me a copyright strike on YouTube. Purdue up 7-0. Mentioned that one could be fun. LSU, South Carolina has kicked off. LSU already in the red zone. Scroll this down a little bit and maybe get that score. Yep, there you go.
In which case, as we said, this is a really good replay stoppage.
Right there. But it's tough to tell from that angle where's the ball at that point. So they'll have to marry those two looks up. When his knee is down, where's the ball?
After further review, the ruling on the field has been upheld. It's first down.
All right, ruling on the field upheld. Hugh Freeze obviously not ecstatic about these first two reviews.
Connor Stockton still waiting for his turn. This is a 7-minute long drive. And Auburn about to run its 14th play. Arnold 5 out of 6 for 27 yards passing. But lately, they've had design quarterback runs. Successfully so.
RPO over the top. Good pass breakup. That is not a penalty. Oh, that is not a penalty. That is going to be a pass interference on Everett if I had to guess, but I disagree. And I think they're talking about it because I think the ref here is going to overrule. Well, maybe not. You heard the call. It is a pass interference. Okay. There, it was not shown in the first look. I thought it was coming on the pass breakup. It is a good call. Everett did not allow Coleman to go. It was a pretty clear PI, so my bad. I thought it was on the actual pass attempt, but it was well before as Arnold scampers in and it is 7-0 Tigers.
Some changes. That was a very well called and well executed drive. 14 plays, 75 yards, 7:17 off the clock. Alex McPherson's extra point makes it 7-0.
Dream start for the Auburn Tigers, mixing run pass and finding pay dirt early to get out to a big lead, 7-0 on the Plains.
To commercial break they go, has 7-0. After the PAT, Clemson now leads 10-0. Texas Tech with the ball again, and perhaps the prediction I had of Texas Tech just absolutely steamrolling Kansas may be coming true. Other games, nothing too much. LSU looks like they got a field goal and are probably kicking off here. BYU Arizona is yet to start.
Because they ain't advertising it, honey. Oh, we're advertising. Get 3 pieces of our crispy, juicy signature chicken for just $5. How's that? Let's go, Popeye.
I'm stumped. Friendly insurance lizard, first letter G.
Did you pet him? Come on, you just switched to Geico for car insurance? They knew exactly what you needed?
Friendly people at Geico weren't lizards.
Think European accent, yay big.
Napoleon?
No.
Not even a lizard. Maybe I can help.
No way, it's the Geico Gecko.
This guy knows crosswords. 64 across is quibble.
Thank you.
Get more support.
Is that how you spell?
All right, so Georgia will see on offense for the first time after a long touchdown drive by the Tigers.
The cold. The cold lager, cold filtered, cold package one. Mountain cold refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Oh, if I expand the scoreboard a little bit, you can actually see the game clock too, so let's do that.
More heart, more craft.
Oh, you have to expand it so much. Alright, we don't need game clock. You guys can live without game clock, I think. Alright, well, not how Georgia obviously wanted to start, but again, kind of how I predicted they would start. So, I'm not too worried. I still picked Georgia to win this game.
Jamie's on edge. It's her first time changing her own oil, but she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helps her find a deal on what she needs to get the job done right.
Troy has kicked off against Texas State. It's about the only other game to kick off until 9:45 now that BYU and Arizona is also underway. 14-play drive. And we'll see Georgia on offense for the first time.
Georgia defense has now given up a touchdown on the opponent's first possession in 3 of their 4 SEC games this year. Returnable for Branch. And he's down near the 25.
Branch had a little bit of space there, but not a big return, and it will be Gunnar Stockton's first look at Jordan-Hare Stadium, which we know can play some magic on Georgia QBs.
6 touchdowns, just 1 interception. He's run for 5. Redshirt junior from Tiger, Georgia. Raven County High School, prolific high school career. And off to a nice start in his first year as the starter. He started 1 game last year, their college football playoff game against Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl, after replacing Carson Beck.
All right, Gunnar Stockton and the Georgia offense, their first play, inside zone for, call it 3 yards. Nate Frazier, the sophomore, with the first carry.
4 games of the year had a couple of fumbles, so last week it was Chauncey Bowens who got the call to open the game.
I think the next step for Georgia's offense is to create more.
Good to see Nate Frazier out there.
He's been really efficient running for 4 and 5 yards, but the home run threat hasn't really been there, but it is when Frazier's in the ballgame.
Frazier and Bowens are powerful backs. We might see Dwight Phillips Jr.
Gunnar Stockton's first look, he throws behind Zachariah Branch. A good adjustment on the slant to even make that catch, but I would mark him a yard short of the first down.
Kay and Lee made the tackle, starting corner.
I think Zachariah Branch has done such a great job this year. When he transferred over from SC, he was always curious. I mean, is he a receiver or is he just kind of a gadget player, an all-purpose player? He has really developed in a big way. That was a great catch on the back hip with the shoulder.
His team leading 19th catch of the year. Here comes a blitz. Stockton got it off. Nate Frazier. Another first down. It's a very good Auburn defense. They played defense well enough to be undefeated, to have won both of those SEC games on the road.
I think I might have just figured out the ducking thing that I was trying to figure out in terms of audio. But now that I look, maybe not. All right, Georgia obviously picking up the first down. They're still moving the ball. All right. Gunnar Stockton looking left. Oh, he is popped. First sack of the game goes to Auburn.
Robert Woodyard leveled him, and Stockton did very well to hang on to the ball.
And I don't know what Bones is doing. Look at this. I mean, his vision's over here. He doesn't keep track of the guy that he's responsible for in protection. He's out the gate to the right. He completely forgets he's got a block. Help your quarterback. Stockton thinks he's protecting, gets nailed.
Woodyard laid the lumber on Stockton. Here's a quick pass to Branch, and he's stacked up, led by Xavier Atkins.
And it will be a long third down for the Dogs after a wide receiver screen to Zachariah Branch goes absolutely nowhere. Kind of gotten used to that. As a Dogs fan, it is 3rd and 17 in their own side of the field. Gunnar Stockton would have to have an impressive one here. Cash Jones in at running back, as you just heard. Gunnar Stockton rolls away from pressure. He's not going to be able to do anything with it. And just as always, Georgia starts with a very disappointing start to this first quarter. There is a flag on the field. Probably a legal man upfield. Offensive pass interference declined. Auburn will get the ball back.
So a great start for DJ Durkin's defense.
Texas Tech miss. I said it. Texas Tech was going to win by 1 billion, and they're on their way, dismantling Kansas. 18-0. All right, need to flip the field here. It's a good punt. The chance to return. Bad punt coverage by the Dogs. It allows about a 15-yard return, and Auburn will start at their own 23.
Chris Cole made the tackle. Robert Woodyard, first-year starter, junior from Mobile. One of the biggest hits of the season so far.
When you're driven by greatness, you charge.
So a poor first quarter from the Dogs, as we've come to expect. Still time to turn it around, but not much, at least in the first quarter.
Create your own traditions. Control your own destiny. And let everyone else follow.
Around the CFP, not a lot happening. End of the first quarter in Boston. Kansas needing to score at this point to even give them a puncher's chance. BYU still on their first drive. As for Georgia, I mean, they really just have to figure out this scripted play issue. I mean, when the offense of the opposing team is not at their best, the Georgia defense has been able to play ball and play ball well, or play ball decently to keep the Dogs in the game. We saw the same thing against Alabama. But when these scripted plays come in at the start of the game, right out of half, the defense is just flat. They just cannot compete, and it seems like that is the story yet again this week.
Steak is no longer confined to a steakhouse, because these meaty marbles make the world your steakhouse. Eat them in your mid-sized sedan. Eat them on your bed. or even at the movies, you sleepy
Same thing against Tennessee, same thing against Alabama, and it looks to be the same here as the Dogs trail the Auburn Tigers.
So we switched to Tide-Free and Gentle. It cleans better and doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
And it's gentle on our skin.
Tide-Free and Gentle Liquid is EPA Safer Choice certified.
It's got to be Tide.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour. You're gonna see some serious. Guess who's back?
UTSA taking a huge lead over Rice in a game that is under the radar for most people. Again, Texas matchups always fun, and there's always plenty of them. Texas has so many schools, of course, FBS, I think. I want to say 11, but I feel like that's too high. That can't be right. It can't be 11. It's probably 8. 13? 13? I thought 11 was high. 13 is wild. I mean, yeesh. Texas A&M, Texas Tech, of course. Texas A&M having that game against Florida. Where did that go? I don't see it anymore. I just make that up. Auburn a first down on their first play of this drive. Geez, 13 FBS teams in one state, huh?
Georgia football team, especially along the defensive line. Now they lack a little twitch, but they're great against the run, and that hasn't mattered so far against this Auburn O-line.
Looking at some other scores, Austin P and Eastern Kentucky in a tight one, 20-20 towards the end of the third. There's Florida and Texas A&M. Right now, Texas A&M up 7. Florida with the ball. This is a long go route, and it will be a pass interference on the Dogs. I guess they're saying Singleton didn't get his head around, which looks like the correct call. Am I blind, or is the Texas A&M game just not on CBS Sports this page? I'm blind.
When he missed throws against Oklahoma that could have won them the game, he overthrew the receiver, never gave him a chance. Just give him a chance on the underthrow, you might get a DPI.
Here we go. This is a bit better of a look.
That's what we said earlier.
You can see Florida. Yeah, that's the games. Those games are fun.
Our guys will make the play.
All right, so Auburn already at the 50 essentially.
Excellent group of receivers. Their best players, Can Coleman. So you can understand why.
Graced by another Dogs penalty. Arnold looking deep again, popped up, falls harmlessly to the turf.
And it falls incomplete. Arnold has not thrown an interception this year. He has now gone 295 straight passes without an interception. That's a span of 11+ games back to last season when he was a Oklahoma quarterback and threw one in September in a game at Tennessee where he wound up getting yanked. Lost his starting job for a few weeks.
Jet sweep, lots of room. Very similar to the first play that Auburn ran as it picks up a 13-yard gain.
14 yards and another Tigers first down.
I love how they're attacking the perimeter of this Georgia team so far with a lot of speed to the outside.
Tempo already back, snapped. Arnold scanning left side, throws it behind Coleman, but Coleman, the kind of receiver he is, will bring that in if it's in the area code. It's a 2nd and 1, maybe a 2nd and short 2.
30. Now it looks like the officials will move it back a yard to the 31. They do. 8 yards on the completion to Coleman. Preseason first team All-SEC after a magnificent freshman season last year. Second and 2. This will be the 19th play of the quarter, engineered by Jackson Arnold. Georgia's run 6. Frazier.
Good pass breakup.
Nice play by Dalen
Everett.
Break it up on the near
A
sideline.
little bit better this time. A good pop onto the tight end.
Close. That's a throw that Hugh Freeze wants Jackson Arnold to make. Like, take some chances, drive the ball, get rid of it quickly, and it's going to be a tight window. It's the SEC. Bang, bang, play. Guy makes a good one, but those are the throws you got to make.
Sometimes when you haven't thrown any interceptions, that
all right,
isn't
3rd and 2.
necessarily a good thing. Perhaps you're hanging on the ball too much.
Gosh. Overcommitting inside. Wilson just blew the gap instead of stopping him from bouncing outside. And now they're approaching the red zone.
That they can win games like this, and on the sideline you can feel that players telling each other, hey, Georgia got punched in the mouth, and telling each other we need to keep striking while the Bulldogs are on their heels. So we'll see if they can do that by scoring again on this drive.
One thing Georgia's done an amazing job of, against Tennessee, it was on display. They might get punched, but I can promise you they're going to be punching back.
They look like they might get run out of the building.
RPO, big gain, another 1st down, inside the 10. Flag does fly.
Justin Williams.
Laundry on the field. Initial signal from the Georgia bench was it's on Auburn. That is a huge difference. I mean, you have 1st and goal. Instead, you're going to have 1st and 25 from the 35.
Auburn's offense has 15
maybe 30, depending on where they spot us.
It gets them off schedule. It gets them behind the sticks. That's 7.5 per game. It's the second worst in all of college football in a 2-game span. So they have to be more disciplined when they're blocking, when they're lining up, and when they're utilizing cadence, because they've jumped off sides a bunch as well.
Yeah, it's been a symphony of false starts in those noisy venues in Norman.
They put him at the 27, so it was a wide receiver upfield. Or this looks like a false start, so call it the 32 for a 1st and 3rd. 1st and math is hard. 1st and 17, maybe. I was gonna say 1st and 13, but that's probably what we were just at.
And that's exactly when he goes, clearly on 2. And Hugh Freeze says he's got to be able to manipulate the snap count. And Chaplin,
again, if you're watching, you want to leave anything in chat to talk about. Clemson taking an even bigger lead, 17-3. Iowa, the offense being impressive for once, 20-0. Florida looking to tie this one up. Auburn scanning. Oh, that is going to be a conversion on a 1st and 17.
Another excellent call by Hugh Freeze, and very well executed by the Tigers for 18 yards.
Ay, caramba. A rough start for the Dogs.
Glenn Schumann searching for answers.
That play a moment ago was just terrific, too, by Jackson Arnold. Glenn Schumann decides to bring a blitz. Jackson Arnold knows he's not got enough guys in protection. He's got to get rid of it quickly. He does, and it leads to a big play.
1st and 10 in the red zone for the Tigers.
Howard to transfer from Maryland.
Auburn throwing. Coleman. This has got to be his 5th catch the 1st quarter as the 1st quarter ends. It's close.
The last play of a 1st quarter dominated by the Auburn Tigers. They had the ball for 11 minutes, 34
It is close. If it wasn't.
to 6. And on the scoreboard, 7-0. ESPN's presentation of college football on ABC.
I would love the ads to go away from the CBS page so we could see more scores. All right, well, that'll be an ad break.
Now the line
But that is a very good first quarter for Auburn, and as I was saying, kind of an expected first quarter from Auburn. The Dogs just cannot play defense. The Dogs just against scripted offense are have been very poor this entire season.
If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works.
Texas Tech in their I hate you. There we go. I hate CBS Sports sometimes. Texas Tech looking to take a 25-0 lead against Kansas. I really thought Texas Tech was going to blow out Kansas, but maybe not even this bad. And of course, there's still plenty of time for things to change. But right now, that is a wild score. This Florida drive has seemed forever just looking at that box score.
For a home life that is exciting and full of energy, Farmers Home Furniture offers everything you need in one place. From hosting friends and family on game day.
That looks way worse. Sheesh.
Mattress after a long work week. We are your hometown furniture store, offering stylish, affordable furniture and easy financing to fit your lifestyle. Furnish your home today and enjoy your special memories.
That's a little better.
Farmers Home Furniture.
It's been a while since I used this setup to stream. I'm still figuring out the lighting and stuff. Maybe that's a bit better. You can clearly see me, but not so clear because I have the ugly mug that no one wants to see. Elsewhere, UTSA up big, Purdue up 7, LSU in the red zone.
You have the ultimate team. I did have a great team.
BYU gets on the board first. Again, the slate does not enthuse me, but I can see how it would enthuse others. I really think Texas Tech is... I might be putting a small bet on Texas Tech to win the national championship, and it may not be so small. Texas Tech is such a good team, and it's not really getting talked about enough. Of course, has the level of competition been there yet? Maybe not. But man, they say defense wins championships. This is a big loss on 2nd and 2 for Auburn. Instead of making it a 3rd and manageable, now it goes. I mean, it's still a 3rd and manageable, but going from 2nd and 2 to 3rd and 5, it's tough luck. Texas Tech has obviously played Utah and Houston, and those games were not close. Obviously, Texas Tech is probably a step above those programs, but those were 2 really big wins. If they dismantle Arizona State next week, which I think they will, or in their next game, RPO shut down, it'll be a 4th and 3, and Hugh Freeze has a decision to make. I think if Texas Tech wins that game convincingly, which again I think they will do, there's some conversations to be had. Freeze sending out the field goal unit.
On 3rd down tonight. So there's Alex McPherson. Still coming back from the serious health battles he had for the last year plus. Ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, had his large intestine removed.
Ooh, just squeaks in. but good nonetheless. 10-0 Auburn. And again, not the start you want if you're the Dogs, but also the start, as I've said throughout stream, that I've expected. So,
that leg getting stronger and stronger with the rest of his body. Here's Molly.
Coach Freeze, you really took advantage of the bye week. Your offense firing on all cylinders to start the game. What'd that group do well?
They're doing everything pretty well right now, you know. So, I mean, it's a four-quarter fight, though, and this league is nuts and crazy, and everybody's got good coaches and good players, but really proud of the way our kids have started the game.
17-3 in favor of Clemson, but Boston College in scoring position. As for this game,
And to me, Greg, this is the way they should play.
not a lot of things to look forward to for Georgia, except for the fact, again, that those first two drives, every time, they've stunk. This entire season, especially against the SEC. So, this is not any different. And of course, Georgia has fared well to start the season. A tough loss to Bama, but Bama has obviously proven to be a formidable team yet again, even though it was debatable at the start of the year, especially with that first loss to FSU, and now that loss is even looking a bit worse. But today against Missouri, obviously a big win on the schedule.
And now Auburn up 10-0 on Georgia. Just the second possession of the game.
Again, if you're in the stream, you want to chat, feel free to do so. Drop a topic, we'll discuss it. Otherwise, drive number 2 for the Dogs. Bowens? Ooh. I really thought he was going to get free. Nope. 1 yard gain.
Greg, this is one of the best defenses I've seen this season in college football. Auburn, especially up front. I mean, Keldrick Fall does an incredible job. Just to
Gunnar Stockton is going to have to sling it at some point. We kind of saw that change against Alabama at one point, although obviously that game was a huge rushing total for the Dogs. But at some point you have to trust Gunnar Stockton.
Position in their secondary. Stop that for no gain.
And another blitz from DJ Durkin. I mean, they have blitzed. They've run now about 7 or 8 plays offensively.
It's a heck of a play by Smith.
This time it's the nickel. Smith getting back.
3rd and 9. Can't go 3 now.
There's their star up front. Keldrick fought. They line him up all over the place. Keon Crawford. Excellent pass rusher on the other end.
A heavy box. They all drop out. 4-man rush. Stockton scans. Throws behind Bell, it looks like. And it is a pass breakup and a 3 and out. I am surprised there's no unsportsmanlike there from Auburn and get maybe a little lucky. Later in the game, that's probably called.
Asking questions. What's going on with the secondary? Gave up 1 million yards to South Alabama, but they responded in the back.
Of course, I am fine with it. I don't like unsportsmanlike for celebrating.
Now Thorson, 51-yard punt the first time. This one's very high in the air. Malcolm Simmons.
No return this time on Thorson's punt. It's to the 27. All right, I'm going to take a short break. We'll throw in some music. We'll be back after the break.
I call
Alrighty.
Arizona State against Utah. Both teams are 4-1 and coming off bye weeks. The Sun Devils will
10-0 Auburn.
Their starting quarterback
Not where
who's been ruled out, so Jeff Sims will get the start.
Not where dogs
His
stand.
third different school. He started games for Georgia Tech and Nebraska tonight.
Would like it to be.
For Sparky.
Come here. If you sit right here, everyone can see you.
Jackson Arnold and Auburn moved the ball nicely on 2 drives.
Oh no. Oh, Coleman finally dropped one.
By Ellis Robinson.
It was a 35-yard bomb, but it was finally broken.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time. Those safeties
Charlie
start to
Cam.
get nosy, which means these corners for Georgia are going to have to step up, and that's a great job there by Robinson, playing the ball and somehow finding a way to rip it away from the strong hands of Cam Coleman.
All right, Cam Coleman couldn't bring that in. Thankful for the dogs. And it'll be about a 3rd and 7 after the inside zone.
Goes Jeremiah Cobb for a 4-yard run. Robinson hobbled off.
Ellis Robinson is injured.
And Cobb lost his helmet, so he has to come out for a play. It might not be that big a deal because frequently Damari Alston is out there on 3rd down. One of their team captains is Alston, senior from Atlanta. And a timeout called by the Dogs.
Georgia timeout. They're first.
10-0
And I don't hate it. Wow, they're going to take another commercial break.
in Auburn, Alabama.
Of course they are. Boston College fighting back just a little bit. Iowa offense looking the best it's looked in a couple years. Wisconsin, Luke Fickell better be worried. Texas A&M could take a 2-score lead going into half. Texas Tech unable to make it 25. We're able to make it 21-0. However, Kansas in the red zone looking to get on the board. UTSA up even more. Purdue, Minnesota, I said that was my maybe game to watch just out of spread, closeness of score, however you want to put it. South Carolina taking the lead over LSU. That one may be a bit more fun than I expected. BYU up over Arizona early. Houston, another good win. Well, Oklahoma State's not great, but Houston 5-1 maybe makes Texas Tech look even better. But at this point, Oklahoma State you kind of write down as a free win on your schedule. Them and Oregon State, both the orange colleges, the little brothers. We need a Charlie Cam. Look at him. I don't know how to do this. I have not done enough meteorology work in my life.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing the Georgia bark at my boss would be appropriate. Go, dogs!
Yeah. So we need...
And it's not. Checking Allstate first is smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Dumb commercial.
These guys are crazy.
Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl is
The amount of commercials. All right, Kansas gets on the board. Good for Kansas. And now, all of a sudden, it doesn't look too bad. I was saying Texas Tech was on their way to a big rout, but Kansas does now have a puncher's chance.
You know, throw some spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks, and try it all with our never-ending first course. Never-ending pasta.
Again, if you're in the chat or in the stream,
for a limited time.
if you're a fan of college football and want to talk about a specific subject, if you're a fan of anything, feel free to put it in the chat. We'll talk about it. All right. Back from the 17th billion break of the game. And the Dogs looking to get their first stop on a drive.
Since his last interception, just the 3rd player in conference history to throw 300 or more without a pick. Brady Cook for Missouri.
Jackson Arnold, they just dropped 300 consecutive passes without an interception. One of 3 quarterbacks to do it in SEC history. That sounds like a pick six here to me. I don't know. Having announced enough games myself, that would certainly be the jinx I come up with. 3rd and 6, Arnold scanning far side. He wants to take off. There's no room. Late throw. It is almost picked. However, just broken up. Dogs able to force a 3 and out.
And couldn't pick it off. So on 3rd and 6.
As said, the Dogs have struggled the first 2 drives, both offensively and defensively, to start the game. Everything after that has looked really good, and now they're in a spot to take a lead, or not take a lead, but start to get the momentum build towards taking the lead. Of course, plenty of time before half.
Branch, fair catch, 31-yard line.
So, Dogs will be on offense after the punt. There is some laundry on the field.
And Ken Williamson looking at Kirby Smart.
Illegal formation kicking team. Kirby takes it on the end of the return. A smart decision. It was a short punt.
And it's the Auburn defense so far hyper aggressive. A lot of blitzes. 9 snaps so far for Georgia. 6 different pressures called by DJ Durkin. It was Woodyard who delivered the sack on the first drive, and then it was Sylvester Smith. Looked like going to be some room to the outside, and the nickel flies in there and makes the play behind the line of scrimmage. They have been very aggressive here these first couple drives and have not allowed Georgia to find any offensive rhythm.
And that has been a hallmark of DJ.
You heard it on the broadcast.
Over the years.
Lots of blitzes. I would like to see something from the Georgia offense in response.
Good for a 4-yard gain. There's DJ Durkin. These 2 coordinators very familiar with each other. 6th time that Durkin and Mike Bobo have gone head-to-head. And they've come to 3 different schools for each of them. Bobo's teams have won 3 out of 5. Including last year between the
Gunnar Stockton taking off for 3 yards.
as a true freshman took down Stockton.
Mike Bobo is going to be the death of the Georgia dynasty, as short-lived as it was.
If DJ Durkin's going to be bringing a lot of pressure, you got to start dialing up some of those screens that Georgia always has a lot of success with. That'll talk them out of the pressure. If they're blitzing, get it out quick.
Can't go 3 and out. Can't happen.
The Dogs are 0 for 2 on 3rd down.
3rd and 3. Branch in motion. And it's... Oh, Stockton spins out of it. He's tucked the ball and he's given up. It will be a sack eventually. Oh, he got out of a sure sack. Needed to keep looking downfield. Instead, tried to take off, and it is a 3 and out.
Stockton's able to stay on his feet, but another big stop for
That's so hard for a quarterback to keep looking downfield after that, but that has to be what you do. You could consider a fake punt here, 4th and 5. It is a punt from Thorson. It is a bad punt, as it will roll into the end zone. Almost coffin cornered it, but no dice.
Let's take a look at tonight's playbook brought to you by Modelo. And it's how quickly Jackson Arnold's playing right now. I mean, he's getting the ball out so quickly. That doesn't matter. If you take a lot of sacks, it's not going to happen if you're getting it out in less than a second and a half. And even against pressure, too. Guys are up in his face. He's getting rid of it quickly. Guys are getting out in the flat. He's giving them a nice, accurate throw to get out in front. Then he's contributing with his legs as well, which has always been a hallmark of his game. It's a great start for the quarterback.
A 60-yard punt by Thorson matches his longest of the season. So Auburn will start at the 20. Saw the numbers for Arnold, 8 out of 13 for 61 throwing. And he's rushed 4 times for 13 yards.
False start to start the drive.
So a timeout call. Nope, they didn't get
Oh, delay a game.
But that's pretty rough. Right after a change of possession, you don't get the ball snapped.
Especially knowing how much Hugh Freeze has made it a point of emphasis this week to stay on schedule. Don't make critical mistakes, especially pre-snap penalties, which have really plagued them these last couple games.
I think if Hugh could have chewed on the play sheet, he would have. Spends a lot of time on that sheet. Eric Singleton, the catch, got the penalty yardage back, plus a couple.
2nd and 8.
Another example of one of those quick throws from Jackson Arnold, and so far just Auburn dominating time of possession. You got to think at some point that snap exposure for Georgia's defense will start to take hold against the physical run game.
Arnold, short pass, good open field tackle. C.J. Allen has been playing well to start the game.
2 yards on that play. Here comes 3rd down and 6.
Another chance to get the Auburn Tigers 3 and out and bring your offense up.
Substituting their personnel on 3rd down to get their fast players on. Auburn goes to the line with tempo, so they can't make that substitution.
And they convert.
Another conversion from Auburn. This is a rough one.
Another catch by a tight end. That one for a 1st down.
And another example of Jackson Arnold knowing that there's pressure, knowing there's an unblocked defender, and the ball's out before those guys ever have a chance to blitz and make an impact on the throw. He's playing very fast tonight. His eyes have been great. He's been extremely decisive.
Jackson Darnold has attempted 16 passes already. Usually for your Jackson Arnold, that is not going to be a winning formula, at least with his time in Auburn. But he attempts a 17th and completes a 12th, and it is a 12-yard gain to the 50. Yeesh. I mean, if you're a Georgia fan, there has been nothing exciting to see so far.
Viciously towards the quarterback to make that throw a little shorter.
Jeremiah Wright, their starting right guard, is still down on the field.
Injury on the field.
Midway through the 2nd.
They're going to take a timeout. I'm going to take a timeout as well. If you're watching the stream, feel free to comment in the chat. We'll discuss whatever you wish. But for now, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. right, apologies. We missed one play and decided to get back to action quickly. But it was a short gain by the Tigers, excuse me.
Inside the NBA, debuting on ESPN. Saw Chuck at the hotel today. He is very excited about that. And we're very excited to have him as our colleague.
A couple score updates from around the CFP. Texas A&M up at half. Clemson extending their lead. Texas Tech looking to do the same. Michigan and USC tied up. 2nd and 1. Auburn will convert, of course, because right now the UGA defense could not stop really your middle school, your high school team, your middle school team at this point.
With his time, stopping for a picture, an autograph, whoever asks.
Looked like he was on a FaceTime there or something.
He might have been.
He is just one of one, man. Chuck's the best.
So 1st and 10 now for the Tigers within the Georgia 40.
Hall of Fame baseball players here tonight as well. Looking full of vitality. Damari Alston.
Short gain, 2nd and 8 coming up.
We'll head for a 2-yard gain.
I think it's going to be really big here for Glenn Schumann and Kirby Smart defensively. They're one of the best, and Hugh Freeze will tell you this, anyone will tell you this, of making adjustments in game. Hey, they're hitting us with this, guys, let's adjust to this. They do a great job of playing cat and mouse, but so far, some of the things he's dialed up, with pressures in particular, they've been unsuccessful. So expect them now maybe up front to move a little bit with their defensive line, see if they can get this Auburn offensive line off track.
Auburn's still working quickly. I mean, Georgia's defensive shifts have not worked. Cam, thank God it's not Cam Coleman again, but it's another 5-yard hook. It'll be a 3rd and 1.
Looked like he had it. Gabe Harris Jr. and DeMello Jones made the tackle. They're going to mark
DeMello Jones on the tackle. Shout out to DeMello. One of the best high school players I've ever broadcasted before. If you don't know, I'm a part-time play-by-play broadcaster, and DeMello, Swainsboro, saw him throw, rush, and receive for a touchdown in a, I believe, 49-0 win. This will be a half-yard gain. This will be one of the toughest spots of the game for the officiating crew. They do mark it a 1st down, and that is maybe a quick judgment in my opinion. That one was right there.
So if you're thinking about maybe taking a shot at some point to Cam Coleman, this is probably the down and distance to do it.
But now a 1st and 10 within the UGA 30.
Hey guys, sell out against the run. If you get a one-on-one to Coleman, is where you take your shot.
Wow. ABC just pushed 100 rush yards for Auburn to Georgia's 2. And if someone had told me that stat before the game, I'd say, yeah, no wonder we'd be losing 30-0. But still a puncher's chance.
109 wins and 20 losses. Tied with Bob Stoops of Oklahoma for the 2nd most wins through 10 seasons in major college football history. The only one with more, George Woodruff of Penn. Mike Swanson did a lot of his games as the statistician. 1892 to
2nd and 9 after a short rush from the Tigers.
Penn, correct? Not Penn State. Penn, yes. Yes, the business school.
Yes, among other things. Very fine Ivy League institution.
Arnold looking deep. He'll escape from a sack. He'll take off. He wants a couple of yards. He'll get more than a couple. He'll get about 6, but there is some laundry on the field. Look at Charlie. He's so content. Look at him.
I get someone on that offensive line based on where they threw that flag.
It is a holding on the offensive line. So it'll be about, instead of a 3rd and 1, it'll be about a 2nd and 19.
few plays ago. Wright has come back in. That's good news for Auburn.
And he just kind of gets bulldozed by C.J. Allen, and as he's going to the ground, he looks like he kind of grabbed him and pulled him forward. They probably could have also called the center, Connor Lew, number 75. Looked like he had the grab of the jersey as well. Either way,
again, if you're watching live, you want to leave some comments in the chat, want to say hi to Charlie, feel free to do so. Whatever you comment, we'll talk about, as long as it's within the YouTube standard. 3 minutes left in the second quarter, 2nd and 19. Finally, that holding might give Georgia a break. A short slant that'll be down to the 32. Dalen Everett might be unconscious.
Everett, a veteran, had a string
Oh, he is slow to get up.
Snapped in the opener. He was injured against Marshall. He's returned and started every game since.
Oh, that looked bad for Everett.
After he made the play on Coleman.
That will certainly be an injury timeout.
Looked like he took a big shot. As Chris Cole, the linebacker, was coming out, one of the more violent players in the game.
Yeah, friendly fire, Cole. As you hear Cole's helmet right into Everett's.
Scary hit there.
Yikes.
It's a secondary that's had an up and down year. Everett, one of the returning stalwarts. He was the MVP of their SEC championship game win the end of last season against Texas. He had a couple of interceptions.
He will certainly go into concussion protocol. He's sitting up straight now, but not what you want to see. Around the league, lots of scores still at halftime. FAU, UAB looking to be the shootout that we kind of knew it would be. Texas A&M still leading at half. They have not returned. Iowa, Wisconsin are returning from half. Coastal Carolina, UL Monroe have come back. Clemson, Boston College heading towards halftime, and Kansas might be able to chop into that Texas Tech lead. Again, I thought Texas Tech would win by 20 plus. They looked like they were well on track to do that in the first quarter, but Kansas showing some fight. As for LSU, South Carolina, it is 10-7. USC retakes the lead against Michigan, a chance to add on, but that will likely go into half 14-7.
Hugh Freeze made the point yesterday we visited. He thinks the SEC, and I agree with him, is wide open. You know, it's not like the stretch of many years here in recent years when Georgia or Alabama clearly looked to be, or those two look to be ahead of everybody else. This looks like any number of teams could win the conference.
It's as deep and as competitive as I've ever seen it. And the margins between all the teams, I mean, 1 through 12 are outrageously slim.
3rd and 14. Arnold, QB draw. He's going to have room. Oh, no. He's going to scamper for the first down and more. It will be a 1st and goal inside the 5. Oh, that is heartbreaking on a 3rd and 14. The Dogs are bad.
27-yard gain. It takes us to the 2-minute stoppage. Perfect call. 5 guys in the box for the Georgia Bulldogs. They call quarterback draw on 3rd and long. And Jackson.
That is a backbreaker. As we go to break for the 2-minute warning.
Welcome back to Papa John's. For a very limited time, we've got.
You think you can force a long field goal? They call up a QB draw, and that is the result.
Yeah, we did do that.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
I'm the Modelo recruiter.
Yeesh.
And I'm always scouting for full-time fans. Check out this year's recruits.
Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh.
But acts like he's married to the team. The playmaker can get the ball through the uprights without setting foot on a field. The early season hopeful doesn't hope that this is her team's year. No, so these fans deserve a Modelo because football is really football.
So, a very bad start for the Dogs. Worse than expected, of course, but I had Georgia going down at least 7-0 to start the game, but I thought by half they would retake the lead, but that does not seem like it will be the case. Clemson up big over Boston College. Looking around the CFP, USC Michigan will go into half 14-7. As there's that update. Besides that, no major updates there. Wow, what a disappointing game. Huh, we might have to end the stream at half. It's been over a year probably since I've done a stream. Just because of work. And it seemed like maybe we shouldn't have brought back the stream because it is not helping the dogs. So might have to end it at half.
You know we were just kidding about all that hot seat stuff, right? College football.
Just so we're not jinxing anything.
Fresh fit menu. Lots of protein, tasty sauce, all under 500 calories.
So there'll be 2 minutes left when the game returns. Auburn, of course, likely to score a touchdown here, or at least score. But, of course, a touchdown and a field goal, big difference. A difference between a 2-score game and a 3-score game, and that can make a world of difference. You want to come here, buddy? 3. I think Charlie deserves a treat for his hard work, so...
Okay, Nate, it's just one smile, okay? One smile, and then we can go home, okay? That's too much teeth. You gotta look at the camera, honey.
Hey, listen to your mother.
Buddy, look up, okay? Nope, that's too far up. This isn't working. DeVito?
Goofy dog.
You're in.
So I think Georgia has to score before half if they want a realistic chance, even if it's just for a momentum shift. So I think Georgia, I obviously would love to force a field goal, but at least needs to score 6 before halftime. Kansas does score. Kansas, Texas Tech now a 7-point game. A 2-yard rush, so it'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, you might start thinking about it here. They also get the ball coming out of the second half, so massive here for Kirby Smart and Glenn Schumann. If they could somehow hold Auburn to a field
Georgia taking a timeout in order to get the ball back. The smart play.
It would completely swing the momentum of this game.
Well, Auburn in those first 2 conference games, both on the road. Tough places to play against teams that are now in the top 10.
Hey, if anyone cares about hockey, the Rangers are doing good at least. New York Rangers up 5-1 over Pittsburgh. And of course, that's a big deal because the Rangers lost 3-0 to Pittsburgh in the first game of the season. So a nice bounce back for the Rangers. Coley with a goal, Matt Rempe with a goal, Mika Zibanejad with a goal, and how about Adam Fox, a little 3-piece. 3-point game. 2 goals, 1 assist. I know no one in the South absolutely cares. So, back to football. Georgia down to 1 timeout. It will be 2nd and goal at the UGA 2.5, let's call it. Auburn looking to take a 17-0 lead. Arnold, power. He is a half-yard short, I'd call it. And the refs agree. He is spotted short. Kirby Smart will call his last time out.
Yeah, I think this is a blessing in disguise for Auburn, but that right knee is down. Does look like is the right knee down there. He does a pretty good job staying on elbow there. His elbow's down, but is the
It's about as close as you can get in the replay.
breaking the plane? The crowd thinks so. They've seen the same replays you saw.
I think the replay, it's going to be pretty hard to overturn anything. So it will stay 3rd and inches on the goal line.
as that elbow hits, as the ball broke in the plane, it looks to me like it probably has. That was great effort there by Jackson Arnold.
You heard the announcer. He believes it broke the plane. I think there won't be enough to overturn.
Ken Williamson over to talk with Kevin Holmes in the replay booth. When is the elbow down? Right there. Where's the ball?
It might be over. The reason I'm saying it won't be overturned is because there is not conclusive evidence. Clear and conclusive, as the officials like to say. Let's hear it.
The ball is just slightly short, but it's blurry and it's really difficult to tell.
I think that's the key, though, Matt, is it seems like, is there enough evidence to overturn the call? Probably not, based on those looks.
Yeah, I agree.
Add another point to my resume there with that call.
I would agree as well.
I think this will be a long review for a short answer of upheld. So Auburn will be about a half-yard short. Jackson Arnold will almost certainly be hopping over the top on third and less than 1 to put the Tigers up 17-0. You don't want to get ahead of yourself, but with a QB like Jackson Arnold, that is likely going to be converted.
They have forced Kirby Smart to use his last time out.
There you heard it. The ref called it second down. It should be third.
He's right. Ken Williamson will change that. It's third down.
I think it's pretty obvious what you're getting here.
Jackson Arnold will either be hopping over the top or it'll be a sort of tush-push. Auburn would likely go up 17-0.
Clock is running. So because of the replay review, they didn't charge Kirby with the timeout, and now they do.
So you hear that? Now we get a timeout.
A few seconds there as they wound the clock.
Yeesh. Drawn out. A drawn-out first half. We likely, like I said, won't be back for the second half, so this last minute and 39 on the clock will likely do us, since I said I haven't streamed since probably July of last year, and obviously Georgia had a lot of success all the way up until that point, and if you are a dog faithful, you probably don't want anything jinxing it, and maybe you consider I am, so we'll probably end the stream unless all of a sudden we have a ton of questions flow into the chat or something. But Sean McDonough and Greg McElroy bringing it down. McElroy, whatever. He's not Irish. Third and goal, 100 seconds on the clock, call it 99 officially. It is a tush push. Arnold is in. There's no way you can stop it. Most broken play in all of football. Wait, the ball is out. The ball is out, and it is in a Georgia Bulldog arm. And it is returned all the way. There is no whistle. Kirby Smart is on the field. I think Jackson Arnold was certainly in. This is chaos. Oh my goodness. Oh, it might have been punched out. Oh, that's about as close as it gets. There's no clear recovery until it is in a Georgia arm. He is certainly down, so no touchdown for Georgia, but this could be a huge swing. I can't show the play live, unfortunately, due to YouTube rules and YouTube TV rules, which is what I'm watching it on, but that is a huge, huge swing. I think Jackson Arnold is still in. I think it is hard to lose the ball within a half yard, but it's about as close as you can get. and there is going to be no angle to overturn this. The call on the field is a fumble and Georgia ball.
I mean, the top of his body is comfortably across the goal line.
I'll let the announcers take it away.
Down the line. The question is, when did the ball come out?
Looked like initially he was in. I thought he was in. I thought they were about to signal touchdown.
Now, he has the ball. It's right up against his chest. I mean, his chest is comfortably across the line there, but is the ball out? You can't see it from that side because the ball's on the other side of his body. Meanwhile, the Georgia folks are probably asking if this was a fumble. I think that's a touchdown. From the progressive pylon cam, that's the view where you can actually see the ball. The Georgia
Oh, I don't know.
If it was a fumble, why didn't the play continue? Right? I mean, he has the ball. He's across the line. That's a touchdown.
Certainly looks like he
I think McDonough is quick to call that a touchdown.
At what point?
I think McDonough is a very good play-by-play broadcaster, but that might be loose. That is as close as it gets. I will try and pull up an angle just because of this.
It's hard to tell there. Let's bring in Matt Austin. He's the expert. Matt, another tough one.
Well, I agree with you, Sean. I really do think the ball is across. Again,
there you hear the expert. He says the ball is across.
He had possession with the ball breaking the plane before it was knocked out.
Well, Hugh Freeze probably feels like he's owed one. The conference apologized for not flagging the play at Oklahoma. The hideout play in which Oklahoma scored a touchdown was allowed. They ran a play that they should not have been allowed to run. The league acknowledged that. There was also a replay review early in that game when it looked like Auburn had scored a defensive touchdown on a fumble return, and it was taken back by replay, which is a dubious judgment at best. We thought they got that one wrong as well. Well, here's both angles synced up.
Sorry, folks. I'm trying to see if I can get you an angle that you can see here if you're in the stream.
It's a touchdown.
That's my gut, but do they have indisputable video evidence?
Again, you hear they think it's a touchdown, but is there indisputable evidence? I would say no. The ruling on the field was a fumble. I think you have to stick with it. That is Georgia bias.
He has the ball. He still has now's the punch out.
I think they are being really loose. You have to remember, as soon as that ball moves, that's when you call a fumble. It's not when the ball is fully out. It's as soon as it moves.
With them taking so much time looking at it, the longer it takes, the more likely you always seem to feel like it's going to be overturned and potentially
Or it shouldn't, right? It should be the other way around, because if you're overturning a call, it needs to be clear evidence to do that. That's one of the reasons the Auburn folks were upset about the defensive touchdown that got overturned. He still has the ball. It doesn't get punched out till then. The ball's across the goal line. What I have to do is break the plane, the beginning of the goal line. Matt, do you have any final comments, or maybe not final? Do you have additional comments?
Well, from the synced up views, it looks like he's got the ball tucked right in his chest, right at his numbers on the front of the jersey. If you look at the view from the back, his number 11 from his back is definitely across the goal line. I think by merging the two together, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, right there. I mean, that's when the ball gets punched out, but to me, it looks like the nose of the football is across.
Jackson Arnold anxiously awaiting the verdict.
Wow, this is going to be a huge decision in this game. If you think Georgia scores on this drive, that is a 14-point swing on a .1 yard play. But of course, this could be ruled a touchdown for Auburn, which I said probably likely. It's a fumble! Hey! And Auburn erupts. You can't hear the announcement. All that was heard is it is a fumble. Dog's ball. It did not sound like a touchdown. That was the part that was drowned out. No touchdown, but the call stands. The Dogs force a fumble on the .0000001 yard line, and they hold Jackson Arnold to 0, the Auburn offense to 0, and all of a sudden it could be a one-score game in less than 2 minutes. Wow. That is one of the most insane plays of the entire college football season so far. The ball is with Georgia on the 1 yard line. Now Gunnar Stockton lines up for a tush push, looking for some room. He's looking to draw them off sides. Now he goes, and they don't get any room. They lose room, if any. A half-yard loss, UGA down to their own half-yard line. I'm still looking for a good replay to show you guys. Obviously, I assume you're watching the game, but if not, Brooks Thomason, who, of course, a mutual of mine, a good broadcaster, got a lot of work in Georgia. He tweeted it best. I'm looking through recent tweets to try and get a video. He says, no conclusive evidence. I could not agree more.
65 yards for the Parents score. They overturned it after about a 4-minute review. And then Satania later in the game scored on a hideout play, which is illegal. That has been discussed among the SEC coaches. And Hugh Freeze upset about that. The conference apologized. Said there were 3 other plays in that game where there were hands to the face on Oklahoma.
Wow, what a swing. Of course, if Georgia doesn't get points out of this, it really does not matter. I mean, it's still a 7-point swing. The announcer's still complaining, and I just cannot disagree more. Again, I'm fully admitting I have a huge UGA bias, but I could, if the call on the field is a fumble there, I don't think there is any way to overturn that. And I think the announcers are doing a poor job of bringing that point up, that it has to be clear and conclusive evidence. Tigers looking for a safety. Instead, Bowens will get free. He'll get at least 10, maybe a little more. That's not Bowens. It's number 2 instead of number 33. It's McCray with a good run. All right, now Georgia has a little space to work.
Completely dominated in the first half. Auburn's had 29 more offensive snaps. They have 6 times the yardage that you have.
See, that call is going to get the worst of everyone, because I'm still searching for a look of it, and people are now complaining that it was not a UGA touchdown. So, should it have been an Auburn touchdown? Maybe. Should it have been a UGA touchdown? Maybe. Neither side is happy. Barstool Bama posting it should have been a UGA touchdown. Wow. Of course, they will hate Auburn a little bit more than they hate UGA, but funny coincidence there.
They want to try to be a little bit more aggressive moving the ball down the field.
Got to hold up in protection, though, because so far, some of the blitzes that Durkin has dialed up, they've gotten home and they've hit the quarterback several times.
Short set by Stockton. Good catch by Lawson Lucky. 7-yard gain for Mike Bobo's offense. He's had plenty of time to think about these play calls.
Georgia driving, another first. Stockton stepping around, and this play is blown dead early. Yeah, I mean, all of online is, everything online is between, is UGA getting scammed by not getting a touchdown, and did UGA bought the refs? So there is no in between, as now this play is being reviewed.
I'd like to go back to the play at the goal line again. That was ruled a fumble, and that call was...
Wow, McDonough is...
My question now would be, Matt, if this is a fumble and the ball comes squirting out, I guess they're saying the whistle blew because the officials don't see the ball, but Kyron Jones never seems to go down.
I think Jones makes contact with the sideline, which would blow the play dead.
But it's like when a fumble is
not the sideline, but I think he even touches. No, he doesn't. They just showed the replay. He doesn't touch anyone.
It was called a fumble on the field.
That is just that is going to be the most controversial play of the season, or a little bit.
Kevin Holmes in the replay booth does take plenty of time to hand down these judgments.
A moment ago, they decided to stop to look at that previous play and whether or not Lucky did secure it for the first down.
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. With first down, Georgia, the 32-yard line. This is 1 minute, 10 seconds on the game.
A moment like that's a pretty big advantage, too, for the offense. You can kind of recollect. You can call 2 plays. You can remind them what the goal is, what the line to gain is, where you got to get to give your field goal kicker a chance.
Wow, what a end to this half.
Here's an Auburn blitz. Stockton runs away from it.
Stockton, a very nice play to get a completion there. Bark, 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 bark.
10-yard completion and a first.
I don't know if I agree that it was a UGA touchdown, as I'm going to bring the audio back down on the game. Purely because while no one touched the ground, I think that in that scenario, when there's whistles blowing, whether it be right or wrong, I don't think you can give UGA a touchdown there.
Was the motion man. I think they're going to see if it was a catch by Young. You heard the crowd groan.
And now we're going to get another review.
That's why the crowd groaned. They didn't think it was in bounds.
I'm still waiting to pull up a replay of this. I know everyone's probably seen it.
But they almost snapped it again. Hugh Freeze told us after the Oklahoma game he had several conversations with the conference office. Now Kirby is asking for a targeting call.
And I think they could take a look at it too, because in that situation, Gunnar Stockton is a defenseless player. So when you're defenseless...
All right, we've got a post from Pardon My Take. I'm going to go ahead and try and get that up.
But it looks to me like it's kind of in the midsection as Gunnar Stockton is airborne.
The other question on the play is, was Colby Young in bounds? Looks like he was. That right foot seemed to have some green between the toes and the sideline. Well, Matt, some dramatic turns of events here. Auburn thought they were about to go up probably 17-0 with an extra point. Now Georgia moving the ball with a chance to score points, and this could be targeting against K and Lee. What do you think?
I think it is targeting.
You hear the review of targeting and a relative agreement that it is.
So I would think this is targeting.
Yeah, and you look at the upward thrust too that he kind of launched.
All right, I have got the play going on here. Let's take a look at it.
So he did kind of launch. Just where did he hit him? Torso or head or neck area? And that.
This is the play on the half-yard line, punched free. Obviously, that angle, you can't tell. Dalen Everett gets up with it. Not Everett, excuse me, but Dalen Everett right behind. They run for a touchdown. You can see why I thought there was some sideline infraction there, but it is not true. And there is the return. Of course, blown dead, just a Georgia fumble. And now a targeting call. Kayan Lee disqualified for this game. The only good news for Auburn, he will not be out next game. Lee is fired up. That is the loss of a starting corner for the Auburn Tigers. Wow, this could not be a worse last 2 minutes for the Auburn Tigers.
time the Dogs have been in Auburn territory today. They've still run only 17 plays to 43 for the Tigers. Cash Jones, the running back. Woodring, their kicker, has a big leg. Stockton throws behind.
Stockton had a wide open man and missed him.
At the 20-yard line. And Lee, inconsolable. And the officials are stopping the game again.
And wow, you hear McDonough is fired up. He is not liking the official stoppages, and I think everyone's with him. Wow, if UGA can get 7 here, I mean.
Meanwhile, the referee Ken Williamson's having a conversation with the line judge over on the Georgia sideline.
Another referee pause.
It's like down marker. They're bringing out a new down marker on the far side.
There's a down marker that is inoperable.
Can't say I've seen that one before.
Oh my goodness.
Well, all the stoppages and the length of the reviews would wear out some batteries.
One thing this does, though, for Auburn is it allows that defensive line to recharge. Now, they've shown this pressure look and they've
A down marker is out. This game is on drugs. This game is a wild 30 minutes to start. Stockton looking, has nothing, rolling out, throws it away. And he was taken out late, and that might be the second player on the drive to be thrown out for targeting. I don't think so, but Williams, the top edge rusher for this Auburn team, certainly a late hit. Roughing the passer is given. That'll be 15 yards, an automatic first down. No targeting, but a roughing the passer.
As Williams is chasing him down, does kind of thrust him down to the ground, and that's what results in the foul. You can let him go right there, the ball's out, but because of that late push, the officials all over it. It's probably the correct call.
They're at the 27-yard line. 7 more penalties for Auburn tonight. Stockton throws incomplete.
Stockton, another bad throw with a wide open receiver.
That time, Kieron Crawford coming off the edge. They've shown that walk-up look multiple times. That was the first time where they didn't drop right out of it, but makes sense. A sack probably knocks Georgia out of field goal range, so you're probably thinking pressure if you're Gunnar Stockton.
Crawford's emerged as a force as a pass rusher. Team high 4 sacks. Didn't play football till his senior year in high school. Blitz off the edge.
Zachariah Branch for maybe a half yard, another flag.
Sean Pleasant stopped it for a short gain for Branch. There's another flag down.
Looked like one of the Auburn players might have gotten a little bit of a head start, might have jumped in the neutral zone.
So instead of a 1-yard gain from Zachariah Branch, it's an offside on Auburn. And now at this point, if you're an Auburn fan, you have to feel like it's just ref ball, and I don't necessarily disagree. I think at the end of the day, the fumble call, if it's ruled fumble on the field, you can't do anything about it. But now at this point, this feels like ref ball, not in favor of Auburn. Squeaking through, down to the 5. The Dogs pushing out of bounds. They'll be on the 5-yard line, a 1st and goal with 35 seconds to go. Wow.
Obviously, Georgia without a timeout. Precious seconds could have ticked off. Now they can reload.
I think they're going to wind the clock now. That's why, yes, they are winding the clock. They had stopped this forward progress. They just...
Stockton looking for a goal line fade, just throws it out the back of the end zone.
He's a big target down there at the goal line. Young, 6'4", 215.
What a game this has been, and it's all turned on its head. If this is a 99-yard drive in less than 2 minutes after a game-changing fumble. Stockton looking for Branch, out of time, throws it away again.
Third down and goal for Georgia. 21 seconds to go. No timeouts for the Dogs.
Wow, what a first half. And now it comes down to a 3rd and goal.
Substitute coming on for Auburn. Jared Smith came on. Crawford came off. The play clock is at 0. That was great coaching by the Auburn staff. They were entitled to the substitution because Georgia substituted.
Wow.
And Georgia didn't have a timeout.
Delay of game for Georgia after some smart coaching from Hugh Freeze. So now it becomes a 3rd and goal from the 11. And tipped at the line. It'll have to be a field goal.
That was a great job. They did. They only rushed 3. They dropped 8. Covered up all the zones. And Jamison Travis gets a hand on it. Not for...
Wow. All right, so no 7. Georgia going for the 3.
From 29 yards. He's 4 for 4 this season.
Woodring nails it. It'll be 10-3 going into half. There's 13 seconds. Auburn will have a chance to return a kick, but that will do it for the stream. I hope you enjoyed the first half of UGA football. Enjoy the second half on your own, folks. All right, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Peach State Sports. Thank ya.